Hi, I'm Chris Haigh and this is the Fiddle channel, and today I'm going to show you the Flatbush Waltz. And this is a request for Nat, so thank you Nat for asking for this lovely tune. It's one of the best known and best loved modern klezmer waltzes, and it's written by Andy Statman, I think around 1980. He was and is a New York City clarinet player and mandolinist. He made his name in the bluegrass scene, playing in bands such as Breakfast Special and Country Cooking. And in the 1970s he started learning klezmer clarinet from Dave Taras, who was then living in New York City and was one of the remaining stars of the early American klezmer scene. This tune was made famous by Itzhak Perlman, the Israeli American classical violinist, and he appeared on an album with the Klezmatics called In the Fiddler's House in 1995, and this was one of the tunes that they played together. And interestingly, that album, I have read, sold more copies than all of the other klezmer albums put together up to that date, and possibly since. So it's a cracking tune. I'm going to show you an easy version, and I'm going to show you a version with lots of double stops, more similar to the Itzhak Perlman version. So we'll start off with the basic melody. So it's in G minor and it's a waltz. 1, 2, 3. So one of the lovely things about this tune is the A flat that comes at the end of the A and B section. And this is a fairly common thing in klezmer tunes, particularly the ones in a minor key. And to me it's like the breaking of the glass in the marriage ceremony, and it's just a reminder not to get too happy about anything. The second half we have to go into third position. Here. So I'm going from second finger to third finger, second finger in third position, and then back to first. And I would always play the A flat note with my fourth finger rather than a stretched third finger. So let's just hear that again, but this time with some backing. The version on the Klezmer album, it has a lot of double stops in the second half, and in fact Itzhak Perlman is pretty well copying the double stops done on the mandolin by Andy Statman. But there's also a few fiddle ornaments that you can do. I'll just go through the A section, and in the second line on the C notes, those notes, you can do a crests. And a crest is a flicked forefinger right at the end of the note. So the finger is just going down as the note is stopping. Now when we get into the second half, we're using a lot of what I call the scale of sixths. So basically that's the melody note, and each melody note has a note below it on the lower string which is an inverted third or a sixth below. So the B note, for example, has a D under it, and it just follows down, so that the scale as a whole goes like this. So it'll be worth your while just practicing that scale a few times before you try doing this version. So I'll go through it slowly. I think it's easier if you do the B flat note with the forefinger in first position and then move up there. Here we've got kind of a broken arpeggio. An alternative to that would be but I think it's nice to have the variety of doing this. And then the last line. And if you like this sound of the scale of six but find some bits really tricky, you don't have to do it in you don't have to do it in a whole lot, just do it in some bits. So I'll play you out with a couple of times round with the backing. If you'd like a copy of the dots, then do subscribe, send me an email and I will send you a copy. And incidentally, I do have a book, Exploring Klezmer Fiddle, which has lots of tunes and explains all about the scales and the ornaments and everything you want to know about klezmer. So I'll see you again soon.